What's up, everybody? My name is Carney Hobo, and hopefully having a beautiful day today. Today, I'm here to give you another preseason interview. Today, we're going to be interviewing the one, the only, Aberforth, and those Brisbane Braylooms.
Are you saying Brisbane Braylooms?
No, as in Brisbane.
It's like assembling on your own words.
Braylooms.
Brisbane Braylooms.
Yeah, BBB. Brisbane?
Yep.
Okay.
Hi guys, I'm Aberforth, coach of the Brisbane Braylooms. Hi.
Alright.
Used to be known as Podman, if you're wondering who I am.
Oh, well, no one wants to know who you used to be. So, how you doing, Abe? How you doing?
I'm okay. Christmas spirit is finally reaching me.
Finally. So,
yeah, finally.
Is it true that in Australia that your guys' toilets, they flush in a counterclockwise way, or is it,
To be completely honest, I don't look at the water when I flush the toilet. I just trust that it's gone.
You know what? That's pretty nice. that is one way to think about it. That is one way to think about it. So, let's just start talking about your team, man, because let's talk about your team. This is a Pokemon interview. Sorry about the weird question about the toilet, but,
that's fine.
Let's talk about your team.
I'm used to you being you.
Yeah, your team is pretty nice. What was the mindset going through drafting this team?
Well, I had a draft plan, and then after I picked up my first two Pokemon, everything got sniped every single time. So my building of this team was largely a matter of that got gone too. Fine, what else is left that I can get? So yeah, not quite the first draft of the team. Of course.
You had the chance of going last, or you opted to go last in the draft. Do you feel like you picking the 16th spot actually bite you in the butt towards the end?
No. I actually feel almost the opposite. I always prefer to go as close to the wheel pick as possible, either first or last or 15th, second, etc. And the reason for that is that if you go like 8th or 7th or 9th or whatever, you're going to have so much reliance on the players around you not sniping you. In the draft pick, you know what your next in the wheel pick rather, sorry, you know that you're picking your next two mons at the same time. You can't possibly get sniped, and you can try and get the best combo you can get. Whereas any other position, you're trying to predict what other people are going to get to and working off them. And I just feel like, given that first was gone before I had the opportunity to get it, 16th was best for me.
Alright, so what do you feel like was the best mon of your draft? What do you feel like was the steal of your draft?
Ooh, the steal. The steal, I'm kind of tied between two things. I'm assuming you're showing the draft right now. The steal is tied for me between Volcanion as my round 4 pick and Ferrothorn as my round 7 pick. Both of those I feel like are really good and dropped lower than they probably should have. So yeah, those two would be it. Although shout out for Pelipper, who got massively buffed this gen in round 8 as well.
Sweet. So now, what do you feel like was the worst mon of your draft?
Snorlax.
Wow, that'd take no time to think about.
Oh dear. Now, Snorlax and Guzzlord are the two Pokemon I picked that I'm genuinely not that happy with. Snorlax, that pick really started to derail my drafts. I kind of fixed it with my next two picks, but picking that over things that I could have gotten, like Mantine, Salamence, Donphan, I think was one that I was looking at, Crobat, Hitmontop. There were a number of things that I was looking at. About 10 minutes after I picked Snorlax, I thought, why did I pick Snorlax? Now, going into the draft, I was actually planning on getting Snorlax, which is why I picked it. But after the way the first 4 or 5 picks went, Snorlax no longer fit my team at all. And so I really think that I rushed that pick, and I made a mistake with that one. And Guzzlord, yeah, it's okay, but I'm wondering if there are better dragons available for me to use later on in the season instead.
Alright. I mean, no polarizing pancakes, sadly, because you didn't make it to Z move on. But,
No, I didn't feel like giving it Giga Impact.
But that's an insta-kill. Almost guaranteed.
I mean, yeah, but so is Kartana, and so is Circuitry.
True. True. Alright.
Yes,
So, let's talk about...
those are the two picks I'm unhappy with.
Alright.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. So what do you feel like... Okay, so let's talk about your week 1 matchup. And you're going to be playing the San Antonio Swampers.
San Antonio Swampers.
Yeah, you're going to play the San Antonio Swampers, coached by Dallas Boy. And, tell us about how you have been prepping for week 1. Have your mons been, out on, out in the outback, destroying up trees, punching kangaroos.
If only my Pokemon were real, I would be terrified of Berserker. But oh well. No, my week 1 team, I've largely been talking with people who help me a lot in team building, because team building is not my strongest area, honestly. And a big shout out to the Verd, who really helped me a lot with my week 1 team. It's all ready. I've had a couple of mocks and it looks decent, and honestly I'm just looking forward to it. It's been a long time with no Pokemon, and I'm just looking forward to get starting again.
Alright, so what do you who do you feel like you have the best matchup against in this league?
The best matchup? I mean, in this league, I honestly feel like most of my matchups are just okay, because everyone's a good drafter, and honestly I feel like I've got a slightly poor matchup against most people because I didn't draft brilliantly. But my best matchup, I would probably say, is against the Jersey Dwebbles. They've got a relatively passive team, and most of their Pokemon can be outsped by either Kartana or Xurkitree, the only exception being, as far as I can see at least, Mega Beedrill. And those two, when they're given free reign of a team, they are a nightmare to try and stop. So I'd probably say he's my best matchup, although I don't honestly know if I even play him in the entire season, so maybe it turns out to be for nothing.
Yeah, so who do you feel like is the worst matchup against your team?
The worst matchup, I have a ground weak team, so the fact that someone has a Dugtrio and can trap my ground weak Pokemon is not good news for me. So Gypsy King is my worst matchup this season, in my opinion. He's got the Dugtrio. I mean, it can trap and kill things like Volcanion, Xurkitree, Nidoqueen. It can trap a weakened Mega Altaria. It can trap a weakened Kartana. It's just going to be a nightmare to try and deal with, honestly. And I might honestly try and bring Air Balloon Pokemon to try and stop it.
Alright, so let's talk about your ground weakness. Now, do you feel like you're going to be able to change your ground weakness later on in the draft? Or in the season? Or do you have any plans up your sleeve?
My ground weakness, I feel, is... I feel like my ground weakness is much more of a Dugtrio weakness. Against most ground types, like, I've got Ferrothorn, I've got Pelipper, I've got Poliwrath if I need it, I've got Guzzlord, I've got Mega Altaria, I've got bulky stuff that can take on most ground types. What I don't have is something that can take on Dugtrio that is also good. Like, I've got half my team is trapped by Dugtrio and killed. So that's the big issue for me. The rest of the time, I can probably play around ground-type Pokemon just by playing around them, honestly. By trying to not give them free turns, making sure that I'm making the right plays, not giving them the opportunity to come in for free, and having something in reserve like Pelippers, like the Mega Altarias, that can just make sure that they're not going to do too much damage to my team. But in the free agency, I am looking to do a couple of potential moves that make my ground weakness even less pronounced. Well, I mean, it's pretty pronounced, but make it so that I've got a better matchup against grounds.
Alright, so, Aberforth, I do have one final question to ask you, and this one's going to be the toughest question I've asked basically everybody, but why do you believe that you, coach of the Brisbane
Yep,
Braylons?
well done. Brisbane
Braylons.
Yes.
Believe that
yes.
you will be the next NPL champion.
Okay, for the future, just Brisbane.
Brisbane?
Like,
it's not Brisbane?
No, just it's very simple. Anyway, in answer to the question, honestly, this is a pretty great league, and I'd be very surprised if I ended up champion. I would be delighted to, but it's not exactly something that I'm expecting. One thing I would say, though, that for people discounting me because of my drafts, it's not the best draft ever, but I am capable of using these mons to good use, and underestimating me is not a good way to go about it. And if I do make playoffs, anything can happen.
Alrighty, eh? So, is there anybody you want to call out real quick? You can say hello to your mama before we end up this interview. Anybody you want to call out?
Well, calling out is making sure that they know I'm ready to play them. And Jolt, you better be ready for our matchup, because I'm coming for you, man. I've not forgotten losing to you in the last game that I played in the regular season of last season. So I'm ready and waiting for revenge.
He's gonna find. He's gonna find. He's a Hodgkiss and Hodgewife and. I'm sorry. My bad.
The problem is I have to wait until week 8 to do so. Damn it, Jolt.
Tis the bad life. Alright.
Mm.
Well, that's going to be concluding our interview with Aberforth. So definitely, guys, go check out his channel. Link to his channel will be in the description below. Link to his opponent's channel will be in the description below. Also, guys, if we can get a like for every single time I mispronounce his team name, yeah, let's keep that up.
You're not even giving it a try here, are you?
I'm not going to. Those Brisbane Balloons. So,
Well done!
Australian names are hard to remember.
It's not even that bad. There's a place near me called Wollongary.
Wollongary?
No, not even close.
It's gonna be all. Alright, but yeah, guys, make sure to leave a like and comment down below who do you guys want to see next from being interviewed. Actually, don't do that, because I already know who's gonna be next being interviewed, uploaded, because I'm smart. And yeah, so hope you guys see you guys soon. My name is Carney Hobo. This is my boy Aberforth, and we'll see you guys week 1. All right.
Peace.